Go back to Ecclesiastes again, 7:26. So David married a sister that was wise and beautiful, that he communed with, that he spoke to. Ecclesiastes 7:26.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands.
Let me give you an example of snares and nets. A sister that will, how you put it this way, she will come in here. I'm gonna get to the men soon. Sisters, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna get to y'all. I'll get to the men after. Brother or sister will come in here. She'll come in here, and then she, for example, let's say, I'll be a bit more severe. You have a sister that will come in here, right? She'll come in. We'll have classes about marriage and so forth, and picking the right brother and so forth. And they look around, they'll see brothers is not taking a bait. She's wearing the fancy stuff she could wear, but she's not getting the attention she wants in here. So she finds some reason to be offended, and she leaves. Then she goes and meets Mr. Nigger in the world and gets pregnant by the Negro. He goes, pregnant, bye. He leaves. Now she got a baby from some dude who don't want to be with her. Then she says, you know what, I believe now. I'm going to go back to the school. And she comes back to the school. You know why she comes back to the school? Who can guess? Don't call out. Why did she come back to the school now after that happened? Don't call out. The first hand was up on the left. Yep. You, stand up. Yep. Your first hand was up. Why is she back? Because she repented and she's converted now. She see the light. What happened?
Shalom leadership.
Shalom.
She just wants us to take care of the baby.
There you go. That's exactly what happens. And it happens on a regular basis. We're starting to see a pattern of it now. We saw it in Ohio. Saw it a few places. They come in. I want to be with him. Sister, you've been in here for 5 minutes. What's going on? What's happening? Yep. Stop that. Close the valve. Close it. Close it. You all over the floor. You thirsty. Stop. So she'll go. She'll mess around and she'll decide, she'll leave. Come back with a nigga from the world, that she knew. Negro in the world, she knew. Sorry, N-word. Makes my teeth white. Sorry, I'm trying to refrain from using it because it's so fitting. So fitting. She'll bring a Negro from the world, mess around with him, then she brings him to the school. He believes. Meanwhile, he's not showing any signs of belief whatsoever. Then he's offended. They both leave. She comes back. What did I say earlier? Comes back pregnant. He's nowhere to be found. Now she's back here looking for a man to pick up the pieces of the damage that she caused. That's a woman's heart that snares and traps. Well, sister, that will lay with you. You got a good job. Some of you brothers in here got good jobs. Some of y'all got city jobs or you got high-level jobs. And sister like you, and she'll talk to you, yeah, I believe in the Bible, yeah. And she's sitting up there all for it. For some of y'all can't wait no more than a year. Some of y'all can go 4 months, you're losing your mind. Brother, she believes. It's been 4 days. And you'll listen to that, and next thing you know, she'll go to mess around. Oh, you'll lay with her. She's pregnant. Oh, I'm pregnant. Yeah, that Bible thing, I'm not really feeling that. But what I am feeling is child support. I'm feeling that, though. I believe in child support. I don't believe in that Bible. Now you're stuck for 21 years because you couldn't wait 4 days. He's giving you examples of snares and traps. Because some of y'all in here is simple. Some of y'all brothers in here are simple as hell. Because y'all sit there and y'all don't follow counsel, brother, give it a year. Some of y'all need 4 years. Some of y'all need 3. Some of y'all need, Jacob waited for 7. No, I'm sorry, he waited 14 years. 14. Now some of y'all is like, now 14 years, what am I going to do? My hand is not going to last forever. The lotion's not as good as it was. Listen. Yeah, change the formula. It's not as soft as it was before. No aloe in it no more. Aloe's gone. The aloe is removed. Listen, I'm telling you, Jacob was patient.
You got calluses on it now.
Jacob was patient. He waited 14 years. 14. I'm not saying you guys can wait 14. I can't put more on you than you could bear. But I'm just giving you an example of how patient our forefathers were. They saw in the end they would benefit them. You understand? And so patience is definitely a virtue in the Bible. It's patience, and with patience comes counsel and so forth. Yeah, go ahead.
If you believed in the scriptures, you realize that union that you're trying to make, you realize that that's lifelong.
Right.
And you're gonna chance that to 4 days, a few months, and once if you believe in this, the scriptures say that you're supposed to grow old together. That's lifelong. Mm-hmm. That's an investment. Mm-hmm. Okay? A lot of people don't believe. That's what it is. They don't believe.
Not I mentioned it. The other got on the brothers sisters. Maybe you mentioned to y'all about get with a brother that's crazy and deranged, follow you around. He's crazy. He puts in the front, the Bible and so forth. He's nuts. That video he showed y'all in class, lady crying on the phone, the guy choked to death. So that was for y'all. That was y'all had y'all. The elder would say he went over that. We wasn't here, but I watched it on Periscope. But the elder had one and two. Our you sisters also fall for the muscles, the brawn, and so forth, and the money, the good credit, the big house, the fancy truck. Y'all fall for that. And the dude be crazy. He don't believe. Or you know him from the world. I knew him from the world. We were high school sweethearts. Yeah, but this one, you come into the truth. You come into the truth. You can't drag your dirt in here. They try to drag your dirt in here and mold it into a righteous man. That's not how this works. That's not how you come in here, y'all become new creatures. I mean, you become somebody else, he becomes somebody else. And if by some way the Lord has it where y'all become somebody else together and that works out for y'all, then you find each other. But read on. Read the rest of the verse.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
Oh, man, go ahead.
And her hands as bands.
Go ahead.
Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her. But the sinner shall be taken by her.
But the sinner shall be taken by her or him. Now, another example, you have your brothers today in Israel that will push the whole vibration of, our forefathers had multiple wives. You know, when you sisters fall for that brother, he'll sit there, got the head wrapped up. I mean, not a single hole anywhere found. His head completely covered entirely. And they're like, yeah, the beard is all shiny and they're all diesel. Look like they're part of the Spartans. Look like one of the 300. He 301, that one. He 301. He the one that he didn't get a chance to go. Y'all fought for that brother. The old, the glistening brother. They fought for them. Baby all over his elbows, baby oil all over the place. Y'all fought for that. And the brother is talking about, Khan, here, the longest name you could think of. You can't even spell it. Longest name you could think of. And he's like, Abraham had multiple wives and Jacob and so. And you sitting there saying, yeah, brother, according to the Bible, you're supposed to have one. He goes, okay, you know what? Maybe you're right. I should only have one. Okay, I believe. And you're like, you do? He's like, yeah, I believe you're supposed to have one wife. I get it, sister. Right, Khan. I don't want Khan. You're like, oh, he's so dreamy. He said Khan. I got he says Khan. I get caught in that. Then, as soon as he lay with you, oh, you know what, sis? I've been doing some research. Turns out, I don't believe in that one wife thing. You can have more than one. Now you stuck. Now you want to come back here and leave him? No. You go where he go. That's all you right there. Enjoy your Spartan warrior. Enjoy him. Enjoy Hannibal. Enjoy him. Enjoy that brother. That's all you right there. Snares and traps. Another example of snares and traps. Or he's a bum. Don't want to work. And you are his investment. You are his bank. Yes, she says according to the Bible, like in the jungle, the lion, he stays in the cave, in the den, You understand, sis? And the white lioness, they go out and they hunt for the food while the lion sits in his den and protects the jungle. And you're like, wow, that makes perfect sense, brother. I know, sis. Aquath.
Right. Aquath, right. Then show you videos of Wild Kingdom.
See, sis, look at that. See?
Then the
see,
next
see, the lion, see the lion just sitting there on his app, behind just sitting there. See him just sitting there watching the lioness hunt. That's what you're supposed to do. Was to sit back and watch me watch over the jungle. Watch over the animals of the forest. That's your job, sis. You have to go out and hunt while I sit around and observe. And you sit there and you believe it.
She said, oh, that's so romantic.
Yeah, it's so romantic. Oh, wow, I'm his lioness.
Showing the Wild Kingdom and all of a sudden they in the mood.
You simple. And y'all snares and traps, and y'all fall for it, man. And we've seen it time and time and time again. And when we do videos and scriptures on how to edify y'all, on how to avoid that, we get them brothers curse us out on Facebook. Them niggas are a cult. They're a Catholic, this and that, Christian, because we air out all the dirt. We put the game out there. They use the scriptures. They use like Isaiah 4:1. They use that. They'll use Proverbs 5. Breast satisfy thee at all times. Yeah, since you got to satisfy me with them breasts, sis. You got to satisfy me. And this is like, oh. And y'all fall for that. We bring all we air all of that. Because brothers is involved in that. Some brothers come from the school when they was doing that back in the day. So they know the game. So when we edify the sisters on how to avoid that, some of y'all take counsel, and it's a lot of you brothers see that camera pan around. They see all the pretty faces. They go, they got all the fine. I ain't gonna say what they say, but they say they got all the pretty. I ain't gonna say what they said. They said F. But anyway, they say all the pretty sisters, man. You know, they won't let their sisters, they won't let their women talk to us, man. That's the sign of a cult.
Yeah.
They don't let their women talk to us. That's a sign of a cult. We're like, no, they can talk to you if they want to. We're just giving you advice on what man you should have dealt with the scriptures and what man you should not deal with in the scriptures. If you want to talk to that brother from that different group, have at it. But you can't be up in here. You're not going to bring his doctrine up in here with us. You got to go where he goes. That's your Lord.
That's true what the deacon said. The camera pans, brothers is doing their thing. You right. Because we hear about it. Y'all don't hear about it, but we do.
Get Ecclesiasticus 6 and 2.
Some of y'all know that too. Some of y'all know that too. Get myself extra pretty.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 6 and verse 2. Extol not thyself in the counsel of thine own heart.
Extol means exalt. I mean, you put yourself up as the counselor. I'm going to do what I want to do. Wise in your own eyes. Same thing Psalmist said. Don't be wise in your own eyes. Go ahead.
That thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull straying alone.
That thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull straying alone. Like you watched earlier about the channel, the Animal Planet. Mm-hmm. You'll see them, all that herd among all grouped together, and that lion sitting there watching. That lion could be that wicked man. The lion could be that wicked woman. Either way, it's a devil. That lion could be a heathen man or a heathen woman or a wicked man or a wicked woman. That's that lion. It's still Satan regardless. And you go off and stray to yourself and you ignore counsel. You do what you want to do. That's you straying alone. That's you saying, nah, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to stay to myself. And you will wander off and you encounter that lion just as a sheep or herd or whatever. It's a damn lion. With the mane and everything. Glistening mane. And you straying alone. Go ahead. Next verse.
Verse 3. That thou should eat up thy leaves and lose thy fruit, and leave thyself as a dry tree.
That goes back to that brother we mentioned earlier about how they waste away. Even the sisters. Some of I've even seen now. The sister also wasted away. Yep. They wasted away together, man. I think about it. Both of them got slimmer. They got real frail. I mean, real bad. Looked bad. Like both of them were sickly because both of them were a poison to each other. He wasn't ready for her. She was not right for him. But the brother had a good job. He had a good job. He had an aspiring future to be, I think, a pilot, something like that, and or aviation school, something like that. He was making good money, and he was like killing himself to assure that she got whatever she wanted. She wanted the fancy shoes, the fancy clothes, the fancy car, and the brother was lying, saying he had a job. He got fired because he was tired, late from work. He was just like he was trying to appease her so bad that it wasted him away. He got wasted away. Because she became his God. He strayed alone. And we saw it. We witnessed it.
In the world, and I'm going to say this here. In the world, what do they say? They say the greatest investments you can make in your life is what? What do they say? What is the greatest things? What is the most expensive or the greatest investment that you'll partake in your lifetime? Somebody stand up and give me that. I ain't going to pick nobody. Just somebody stand up and tell me if you've heard this. Way in the back. I want to see one hand. Hold it. Don't yell out. Don't yell out.
Shalom, Deacon, Soldier Azariah.
Yes, sir.
Buy a home.
They said a home. Home, right? Y'all hear this? Yeah. That's the greatest investment. That's what they tell you in the world, right? When you buy that home, who's going in that home with you? That's your greatest investment. Your greatest investment is the person who you decide to take up with as a quote unquote partner throughout your life. That's your greatest investment. That's what you have to look at, and that's the reason why what we are examining on communing. That's a very serious thing. You can't be rushing it. You rush it, and you're going to go into a bad investment. And no matter how much money you make, no matter what you do, it ain't going to prosper. Because if the two of you are not in agreement, if the two of you are not made for each other, if God didn't put you all together, everything that you do is going to fail. That's what you brothers and sisters have to really, really pay attention to. You have to make sure you get this step right. Because if you don't, everything else is going down the tubes. Just like what we're reading. You'll find out in the end, your end will be complete bitterness, hell, rot, and everything else. And everything else that you think you're trying to build up, what's going to come down behind it. Go ahead, Deacon.
Read verse 6.
Verse 6. Sirach 6, verse 6. Be in peace with many.
Many of y'all, when it comes to us giving you counsel, like, for example, some brothers will ask us, officers or deacons or captains, to reach out to you from time to time. And we'll reach out to you and we'll try to counsel you and speak with you. And we'll give you advice. We'll tell you, listen, brother, listen, sister, you got to get yourself together, get your mind right, you're this, you're that. And we'll give you the whole layout of you. Who you are, how you are, whatever your works, and the pattern of works that you've shown, whether good or bad. When I hear you say to me that I'm wrong, when you got a whole bunch of reports of it and witnesses about it, and it's been going on for years and years and years and years and years, and you're saying to me it's not me, it's somebody else, I'm done with you at that point. I'm done. My counsel for you is finished. Because at that point, you're already that bull string alone. It's only a matter of time before that lion come and tear you up. It's only a matter of time. That's why I slowly move from you. Because you're going to get me eaten up too. No, you on your own. I don't like lions. Not living, not the ones, no, not being close. I like lions. Just like them on TV and away from me, where it's safe. Yeah, exactly. So, some of you brothers or sisters, y'all like that bull that strays alone. You want to do what you want to do, follow your own counsel, do what you like, and it ends up getting you killed or a slow death in the end. Financial death or psychological death. That's just misery, depression. Or he ends up, some of your brothers in here, the scriptures say, according to the new covenant, how many wives can we have? One, right? Some of you brothers, guess what? Some brothers have found a way to find a loophole around that. And it's okay. You probably wonder what I mean by that. One brother will marry a sister, and he won't marry that one sister. He'll marry that sister and her other personality. So congratulations, you are in a polygynous relationship. Congratulations.
We are legion.
You have found Legina. Legina. The Legion of Demons. That's Joel. Joe made that up. That's his coined term. Legina. It's hilarious. So you, brother, congratulations. And you sisters, you have married Legine. Legine. That's his name. Multiple husbands all at one time. I guess if that's your thing, I don't know. The point is that at the end of the day, that is what you have accomplished now from not following counsel. You want to mess around and you get about a sister, she's crazy. You go with a brother, he's crazy because y'all don't want to follow counsel. For example, brothers come in, you knew him for years. We gave him counsel, he disregarded the counsel. Then he realized, you know what? I'm not following your counsel. I'm leaving the truth. Here, John, take my garment. I don't need that. F your couch. He leaves. Boom. He gone. He's gone. Comes back. We believe him to be stronger. And I didn't forget that. I didn't forget it at all. Comes back, spends years and years with us again, and then ends up saying the same thing a second time. Now, had the sister inquired about the brother, we could have said, well, listen, sis, brother's good, show him good works. So far, he's doing this, been doing that, going out teaching, so on and so on. But before you pull the trigger, let's run this down, give you the rundown. There's A, B, and C, did this and that and the third. He came back, but so and so. So you'll know that there's a potential he might do it again. But you didn't bother to ask. You didn't care to ask. And now you want us to pick up the pieces. This is what I'm talking about. Now, and some would say, Deacon, you're mean. I'm not being mean. I'm making it clear that if you give the Negro an inch, what will he do? They'll take a mile, take the whole damn street. So we got to stop it where it is. Read on, finish the verse. Verse 6 again.
Sirach chapter 6 and verse 6. Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
So the Lord says, listen, you should have at least one counselor. Someone you can trust, who you know will give you right counsel, who will correct you, who will blast you. No matter how angry you get at him, you know that he means it for your benefit. Some of y'all do not want that even. Your counsel is yourself. Some of you have a counselor. Your counselor is in between your legs, male or female. That is your deacon. That is your bishop. That is your counselor. Or people in the world. who will also counsel you to follow the counselor in between your legs. Regardless, it's still going to go back to that regardless. Because that's what they follow. That's what they follow. And you end up miserable. Get chapter 5 and verse 26.
The book of Sirach, chapter...
No, 426.
The book of Sirach, chapter 4 and verse 26. Be not ashamed to confess thy sins.
Some of us are battling. All of us in here have a battle. Whether it be stealing, lying, lust, whatever it is. We all are battling something in here. Low self-esteem. Some of us in here have a spirit of, we always feel like someone, what's the term? How do I put it? Some of us come from a background where we feel like everyone's against us. Like even when brothers are trying to look out for you and strengthen you and better you, you take offense to it and go, you trying to destroy me. Some of y'all are like that. They're very, very paranoid or emotional. I don't want to say paranoid. They're crazy. That's a bit harsh. I don't say paranoid. I'll say a lot of you jump to conclusions. You're very, very, very nervous. The word is careful. You're very careful. Carefulness. A lot of y'all tend to be too careful to the point where you look at everyone else as they're against you or they have a problem with you. You create these things in your own mind. And so you push people away. That's your defense. You have a defense mechanism. That's your issue. And y'all got to fix that. So when brothers try to counsel you and help you get over that, jump over that hurdle, that loop, you're like, nah, you're just trying to destroy me. I don't trust you. That's the word. Trust issues. That's to sum it up. Trust. Some of y'all have trust issues. Some of you have been hurt, whether it be in another Israelite school or in a Christian church or another denomination, Catholics, and you leave those areas, or you have an abusive family, whatever. You come from backgrounds where the people who are around you cannot be trusted. And so you come in here with that baggage, and you think all of us are like who you dealt with in your past, whether the camp or church or congregation or family members. And what you do is you avoid counsel. You remain that bull that strays alone. And over time, you will get devoured. It's only a matter of time. Read again.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7.
426.
4 verse 26. Be not ashamed to confess thy sins.
So the scriptures tell you, be not ashamed to confess your sin. If you have an issue you're going through, speak to that counselor. Have that counselor among 1,000. Confess your sins. Some of you brothers in here had that perfect life. No problems, no drama. You just on cloud 9. You have Christ on speed dial. You're the elect. You're the 144,000. You got a note yesterday saying it. You got an email, a holy text message where everything is just. This is your rest. You're good. We in captivity. We struggling, trying to pay the mortgage, trying to pay the rent, trying to keep the lights on. But everything is all good. You just so holy. Brothers like that, something's wrong. If you're not being chastised, what the Lord call you? A bastard. Call you a bastard. So when you up here, or you fronting, which is even more untrustworthy. When you fronting like everything's all right, you good, you just fronting, yeah, Deacon, everything's good, man. Everything, my shoelaces is dirty. That's about it, Aside from that, man, I'm going to get them washed. I'm going to be all right. Really? Your shoelaces. That's it. Yeah, everything's going good, man. Everything's great. Great. Wow. So you got white sneakers, dirty shoelace, and that's the only issue you have. Yeah. So it's not lying or financial problems? No. What? Financial problems, man? Look at my wallet, man. He got $1. Look at my wallet, man. See, I got a full $1, man. Yeah, man. My bills is paid. Yeah? Really? Wow. Okay. Brothers that put that front, that's that vainglory spirit. That's vainglory. I'm good. I'm like Paul. Stop that. Can't counsel with you because you a liar. Can't counsel with liars. Read again. 26.
Sirach 4 and 26. Be not ashamed to confess thy sins.
So when you're going through something, it's best to confess your faults one to another. Go ahead.
And force not the course of the river.
That's the problem with many of you in this room. Force not the course of the river. What does that mean? Don't call out. What does that mean? Force not the course of the river. What does that mean? Who has no idea what that means? Force not the course of the river.
Shalom, leadership.
Shalom.
Means you try to go outside the Most High's plan and you try to do your own thing.
Thank you. You trying to ice skate uphill. You cannot do that. You're going to hurt yourself. You try to I'll make it work. Brother, listen, we don't know who she is. Yeah, but you don't understand. It's love. Like a sister told a brother, I'm not going to say who it is. Sister gave him counsel. And the sister said, you don't understand. You don't understand, brother. You don't understand love. See, it's love. See, you don't understand it. I know I love him. We're the best of friends. I love him. We talk every day. We go over scriptures all the time. Everything's good. I love him. And watch this. You know what they do also? That's what they do. I'm going to let y'all know. So you brothers, when you get groomed up, you're going to do the same nonsense. They will say to you, I love him or I love her, as if they hadn't laid together already. Listen to me carefully. They will sit there and go, can I talk to brother so-and-so? Nah, sis, he's not ready. Oh, okay. Well, I think he's ready because he studies. He's a good brother. Sister, he ain't ready. All right. 2 months later, yeah, we're getting married. Meanwhile, she's 3 months pregnant. 4 months pregnant. When you get pregnant by him? 4 months. He's been in here for 2 months. Well, how did this happen? That brother must have
This
delayed
is reality.
sperm. Delayed.
This is
right.
This is reality. This is no joke. This is really going down.
Delayed. You got the delayed kids in there, floating around in there. Amazing. That's what y'all do. Y'all sit around and you think, oh, I'm going to mess around with her first, then ask about her or ask about him. You think we stupid? We know this. Listen, we were not born in this, man. We was Negroes too. So all that slick game talk, yeah, I want to talk to him, yeah, I want to talk to her. We already know that y'all lay together already. We know that. Y'all try to think y'all slick. Then when we say, I put it to the test, I said, no, you can't have her. He was like, but why? But why? But so-and-so? But why? I was like, yeah, you labeled her already. Because you too angry. You already peed on her already. You marked your territory already. You peed on it already. Yeah. R. Kelly all day, man. Drip, drip, drip. Get Sirach 32:17.
The book of Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
A bowstring alone finds an excuse according to his will. Does whatever the hell he wants to do. And finds an excuse for it. She believes, he believes. We study together. We talk all the time. And then we end up seeing y'all fight each other. Y'all fist fighting. She's bumping you with her shoulder. Chest, would you say, what? Bump you to the chest, what? Move. I'm walking here, move. You all, what happened? Because you don't want to follow, you want to force the course of the river. You want to force the course of the river. She's way downstream. You trying to chase, you chasing her. Oh, I can get her, I can catch her. Meanwhile, the fish is right there. You're like, nah, I don't want that fish. I want the fish that's already at the end toward the waterfall. That's the fish you want. Death and snares and traps. That's what you want. That's the brother you want. That's the sister you want. Read on. Read again.
Sirach 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
According to his own will. Wants to do whatever the hell he wants to do. Now, read the next verse.
A man of counsel will be considerate.
A man of counsel will consider what he's told. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't do it right now. You said, wait a year? Like, for example, we say to y'all, brothers, if you are communing with a sister and y'all already arguing back and forth like y'all together, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because at first I was saying, well, it happens, but then if it's like, if y'all arguing like a lot, like back and forth all the time, and y'all ain't even together yet, that's just like a sign of like, okay, yeah, it's not saying that you're not going to argue when you get together, but there's certain, y'all know better. If you're talking to a sister, you know her better than I do. I don't know the sister. But if you're talking to a sister, and there's certain things that she's just like reacting like disrespectful, or she's just talking crazy out her head, you know, when you pulled that scripture on me, you know what I did? I went to the bathroom, and I contemplate slitting my wrist. When you hear that, you're gonna don't let the river just flow. Don't force that. Don't try to ride up that hill, up that stream. Leave that alone. That's crazy. Yeah, that's then how much you love and hate. She's stabbing birthday cakes. Meanwhile, you don't celebrate birthday. You don't even celebrate birthday, but she's stabbing anyway. She bought it just to stab it. Don't mess around with that. Some people think that's cute. Oh, wow, she's stabbing cakes. Damn, she love me. Y'all crazy, man.
You sleep, you wake up, and she's standing over you, and you don't know how long she's been standing there. I'll scare the hell out of you. How long you been watching
With a hot tea kettle.
With a hot, huh? With a block of wood like Misery.
Don't do it. 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 Don't do it.
Scare you to death, man.
Why you got a hot tea kettle in your hand? Oh, make you some tea.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.